it's Chelsea. I am back with The Last of Us Part 2. Talking about... Oh, I forgot Ellie's walking this slowly.
Looks like Tommy took one. Matt Maria's got the stables locked down.
Did we have this conversation before?
Fucking Tommy. We'll figure something else out on the way.
Also, I think I definitely fixed the sound issue this time.
This makes getting to see
Elgato and OBS don't have like an official
Then it's gonna be harder.
fix for it. So actually, who's the YouTuber that I watched? I did watch a YouTube video to fix it. Where's the YouTuber? Stream Tech TV made a video on how to fix the delay between the OBS capture card and
You go. I go.
Aww. So cute. Yeah, they made a video to fix that glitch. So,
Get your backpack.
well, it is a glitch, but it's a fault with the system that I don't know what's happening there, but it's fun. So, yeah. Episode 3 came out today. I haven't watched it yet, so I can't spoil that. But as we did last week, I'm going to be talking about the episode from the week before. To give context around that, it gives people enough time. Oh my gosh, look at all the flowers. And there's a bunny! Oh, bye, bunny. It was a very weird hop that you did there. It gives people enough time a week to be able to go back and watch the actual episode again if they want to, or watch it for the first time. And then this is a safe zone for spoilers. So, I know I did a video saying don't spoil it, but this is a safe space for the people that want to talk about it. So, episode 2 was very in line. Can I touch these? No, I can't. Can't touch these. Oh, that is a comfy looking chair. Woo! It's a nice looking chair. Let me know if you guys can't hear anything properly. Oh, Ellie.
Hey.
Poor thing.
What do you need? I can go get it.
I want to do it.
Okay.
I'm okay. Come on.
Is it not coming up with the right stuff? Hang on. Let me jump out. For some reason it's frozen on there. Sorry guys, just double checking something. Edit preview. Why is it coming up with that screen? Hide that. Nope, okay. Video capture. Let me just redo it quickly. It's not gonna do it. Get rid of you. Move. Because I don't know why, it's still like the screen's frozen on that persona thing, so I'm just gonna have to quickly re-add it. At least I noticed it now. Before we went too far. There we go, that's what I want. And pop face cam up there. Gonna get rid of, like, hide that preview. Just gonna double check my settings. Alright, that should be good now. Fingers crossed, hoping. Let's just see. Yes, okay, fixed it. Good.
I'll hang out
I
Thanks.
have actually the stream up on my TVs, on my screen, sorry, so I can see it. Oh, yeah, she drew this for him. It's such a good picture. Oh. Yes, so, as I was saying before, I got distracted because, of course, I got distracted. Aww. Hey, we're reading.
I guess.
She has to, like, pronounce it.
Day.
Oh. It's probably reminiscing. Yeah, reminiscing. It's gonna be like Amberlynn Reid and be like reminiscing, which isn't a word. Reminiscing about like their old times, which is so cute. To go on to episode 2, it's probably the most faithful to the game that the show has been so far. It's obviously going to have episodes where it will be faithful, and then ones like what I've heard was episode 3 where it may not necessarily be as, it still will be, but it won't be as like close to the source material. It'll have some leniency over it. So what are you writing down, Ellie? Oh, she drew now. Aww. That's a meat grinder. Where you make a mince. Where you make a mince meat. Yeah, Dina moved. Sheesh. Had to do laundry. Had to fold things up. And... oh, bathroom. Man, he had soap and everything. Ah, soap and cleaning. Oh, that's cool. They're in little mason... not little mason jars. They're just in jars. That's a nice little place Joel had. So, like I said, episode 2 seems to be the most faithful. I convinced my mum by accident to watch it, so she and I had a bit of a talk about it when I was upstairs with her. That's why the stream is like an hour late. Or, nearly 2 hours late. Because we were just talking the whole time. Oh, what's in the box? Shoebox! Oh... well, there's the watch she had when Sarah died. Mod 924. I'm not a big gun person, but that is an easy looking to handle gun. Oh, she took it with her. So the episode starts off as they do with, from what I've seen, not yet, Dina.
Okay.
I don't want to yet. I just started looking up here. As it starts off with, it starts with a cold open. This one was actually in, I believe it's his favorite jacket, Jakarta, Indonesia, which is where they mentioned on the radio in the first episode before the outbreak started. It actually starts with she's a doctor. I believe she's a disease expert, and the government calls her in to be like, well, we're looking at the cordyceps virus that has mutated and is now infecting humans. Oh, there's a horse in the background. And it has mutated into humans, so they don't know why. So she's been called in to investigate. There's the military is there looking out for her. And how this goes. This actress, by the way, is fantastic. She's apparently a very well-known actress in Indonesia. And based on her performance just in this alone, I can kind of see why. She's very good. But they have a look at, and I'm trying to remember the chronology stuff. I've only seen this episode once, but it was very poignant to me. They have a sample of the cordyceps in a microscope slide, and she's looking at everything moving. And she asks the question, was this taken from a human? Or it was something like that. And they say, yes, it was. And she's like, that's impossible. The cordyceps doesn't infect humans. It infects insects. And it's like, well, no, it's infecting humans now. All promises at sundown. I meant them like the rest. Oh. Oh. Also, I just remembered I'm playing this on grinder mode, so one of the sections I'm going to come up to later on is going to suck. So she has a look, and then they mentioned that we have one of the people that was infected from it. Oh yeah, it's a cutscene. I'm going to shush for the cutscene. Hi, Maria.
Maria, I'm headed to Seattle. I wish I could let it go, but I can't. I have to bring these people to justice. Ellie's gonna try to come after me, but stop her. Take her guns, lock up the horses, maybe lock her up.
That's a bit harsh.
Buy me some time so I can end this. Love you always, Tommy.
I love how we assumed that Maria would go with
He's
this.
gonna get himself killed.
He should have taken me with him.
Well, neither of you should have
You
gone.
should have given us a group to go after those fuckers.
I wish I could.
You gonna try to lock me up?
I'd prefer that you stay.
That's not gonna fucking
I'd
happen.
prefer that you stay, but I know you better.
Yay!
You going with her?
Yeah.
So you're just gonna sneak out of here?
It's like, I'm offended that you would sneak out.
On foot?
Yeah.
I told the stable to let you out with your horse.
Yay!
Grab some ammo too.
This is where we start going like, My Little Pony. I think the horse's name is Shimmer. Kind of works actually.
Just do me a favor and bring my dumbass husband home in one piece, please.
We'll try to. I'm gonna move over a little bit.
Of course.
I'm gonna move my microphone up.
All right.
Just a tad.
Get going. You're losing light.
Or is it this way that I have to move? I get very confused because the camera angle is like flipped. Yeah, it was this way. Okay. My camera's flipped horizontally, so I don't know which way to actually like shift. Do we play as Abby now? Seattle. Day one. No, we don't. Okay, so we don't. That's right, because we do... I think it's days 1 through to 4 as Ellie and Dina, and then we go do Seattle day 1 through to
This
3.
on top of him, drowning him, and Joel couldn't get to his gun.
Oh, she's telling the story of her first kill.
Jeez. Were you scared?
Well, I didn't even think. I just ran in there, grabbed his gun, and shot the guy in the face.
You
How
panicked,
old
though.
14. How old were you when you first killed someone?
Well, jeez, this is a pleasant conversation, isn't it?
Fully conscious, non-fungal person. 10? Wow. What happened?
Guy was coming at my mom. I stabbed him.
You have a mum? Maybe she doesn't
Got
anymore.
me beat.
Yeah, I'm a real badass. So how lost are we?
Very.
We're not.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's
Hey,
funny.
little faith.
It's just like, yeah, we're not
What
lost.
about those crazy cannibals you said you and Joel ran into?
Stop talking!
They came after you
Oh
in
no,
these-
David!
Maybe these W.
Oh no! I keep forgetting about the David
Doesn't seem like
section.
the same group.
Maybe those black market smugglers back in Boston?
Do you not? Joel crossed a lot of people. I don't see the
Oh,
point
they're
of
trying to
this.
pinpoint who could done it.
At
Who
least
could have done it.
until we find out more information.
I keep forgetting about David, and then something reminds me of David, and then I get a bit queasy. because that's gonna be an intense episode. Can't wait to cover that. Yay! It's gonna be like Herogasm, where you just listen to the episode, you don't actually watch it.
Cars.
Yeah, we're
Woo!
close.
Let's go street
Keep
racing.
an eye out.
Got it.
So it has then started to infect humans. So this doctor is then brought to a lab. There, it was described as by the military soldier who's accompanying her that these people were
Another
in a
superhero
fight.
card.
And I believe they were in a fight, and then several people were bitten, like they started going crazy.
Invisibility?
Strong choice. Is that so you can spy on me?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
She's giving you hints. Ellie, take the hints. Stop being blind to love. It's not an episode of Love is Blind, thank God. So she goes in and he is naked on the table, but you don't see anything. And she has a look at him, confirms that this is the man who
Here we go.
was confirmed to be attacking people,
Guess
and
I
they
was
think
wrong.
has this
Turns
virus.
out you do know where you're going.
They also do confirm, and this was something that people were speculating, that it is indeed flour and wheat that is causing the virus, the I shouldn't say virus, it's not a virus, the fungus to spread, which is very, very intense. I have to say, it is probably one of the not it's crazy, but it's in a grounded way. Is probably the better way to describe it. Like, that is something that could happen. I don't know the science of how the cordyceps could, if it's in wheat, let's say, that's obviously used to make flour, how it would survive like the milling process, but you know, I guess where there's a will, there's a way. I guess it would just stay in the flour. It doesn't necessarily have to be moving with like tendrils, but it survived the milling process. It was then in flour, which means the elderly woman who had food being shoved into her mouth by her husband, that was how she got infected, with the biscuits that she was eating. So we full on just saw her eating cordyceps, and that really, like, that shot there was a giveaway that, hey, it's in the food. But we never got full confirmation up until this episode, which is good that we got it like the episode after the first one. I like that a lot. They are spoon feeding hints, but then they're revealing like the trail, the next episode, which is very cool. So the woman walks into the morgue, I guess probably the best word, confirms with the military guy who's standing outside of like double glass that, hey, this is the guy. They just do like a head nod. You know, like see movies like, yeah. One of those. So, I'm going to crouch. She grabs a scalpel. She's all masked up, like face shield, coveralls, like the blue coveralls. She's good to go. She is ready. She is prepared. And she grabs the man's ankle and she slices into, it would be, I don't know if you guys can see it. Can I? No, okay, my leg's not going to go that far. But she slices into his ankle. Sort of where the foot meets the leg. That kind of area. Cankles? I don't know. What do you call them? She slices into that area. And all that is in there is just a writhing mess. It kind of looks like body fat, but it's a mess of like almost this maggoty kind of thing going on. And they see that there is something alive and moving in there. Oh, it keeps that, right? I don't know if you have to get the map. I don't think you have to get it. Oh, she kept the watch. Oh, I just went to see that. She cuts into that, and then once she does that, once it's all exposed and it's moving around, she sort of moves back a little bit. She gets a bit frightened, and she pulls back.
Anything good in there?
Found an old tourist map.
Well, that's something.
It is. And as she does that, the tendrils that were in the old woman's mouth from the first episode and the guy who tried to attack Joel and Sarah when they were getting out of the city, this man starts to have tendrils coming out of his mouth. And this man is supposed to be dead. So it's obvious that the cordyceps is in some capacity. I mean, it's been confirmed, but I believe it's been confirmed. In some capacity is keeping this person alive. So she books it out of the room. Just doesn't... Jeez, Dina, let me on. She books it out, and it cuts to another scene where it's this epidemiologist. I think that's the word I'm looking for. This epidemiologist and the military guy who's been looking after her. And they have a conversation. He offers her a cup of tea. She says yes, because she's very, very shaken up.
Sure seems quiet. Yeah. Think about how well we hide our lookouts.
I know. That's what scares me.
Oh, there's bunnies. So they have a cup of tea, and what they are discussing is he reveals the reason why they want her. Basically, he says, you're a professional in this field. You're our leading expert in the country. We need a cure or a medicine. I think it's vaccine and then medicine. And all she does, she goes very like stone-faced, almost like colors just drained out of her face. And she said, there is no medicine. There is no cure. And he asked, well, what did we do?
Whoa. Is that the QZ?
Yep.
WLF. And all she says when he asks, what do we do, is she says bombs. And if you can recall back on the radio, it was very quiet. I didn't like that sound design. It was
Some cracks up there. in the
very
wall
quiet.
above.
But
You see
it was said
Yeah.
that Jakar
Not sure how we get
was being bombed.
WLF. Trespassers killed on sight. That's friendly.
Mm.
At least we know we're in the right place.
Where is everyone?
Oh, I remember this bit. There are some enemies, but there's not many, so... Ooh! Hammer! It's hammer time, bitches. So, that's where that meme came from, with just bombs. Just her singly saying the word bombs. That's where that meme came from, if you guys saw it. But she delivered it with such, like... No, this is the only way. And it's very foreshadowing. I'm going to spoil the ending of the game. So if you haven't seen it, go and watch my most recent Let's Play. I actually did a full Let's Play of the game before the show came out. Like, just before. I think I literally finished it like 2 days before the game came out. So go and check that out. It's on YouTube. The last video is actually out tomorrow, actually. The ending of it. But... basically, the whole thing with the Fireflies is they are looking for a cure. And this has been now confirmed at the near beginning of this story that there is no cure. And I feel like this is very much a direct, like, to the fans who didn't like how the first game ended, and subsequently how this game then played out with Joel's decision to be like, well, no, there never was a cure. There never could be. The Fireflies assumed that there was a cure, but there can't be. So it's very much it's an evolution kind of way. And I have a theory, and I do not believe this plays out until... I have something in my throat. I don't believe it plays out until, like, the cold open of episode 9. because I think that's when we're going to get Ellie's birth scene. It would be very poetic to have, like, Ellie's birth and then her, like, near demise in the same episode. But I believe, my theory is that Ellie's mother, Anna, was infected right before or as she gave birth to Ellie. So it might have, like, caused maybe, like, an onset of her labor. Just maybe thought it was natural, but it might have caused that, and that might have then made Ellie, like, caused her to genetically alter herself to the point where she didn't get infected, but she still had some of the infection, but she wasn't getting infected because her body had been like, there's something I need to fight off. Obviously, that's just my theory. I don't know.
These were soldiers from the QZ.
Yikes.
See the Fedra uniforms?
You think it was the WLF?
And they left them here,
Probably.
like a warning.
That's fucked up.
Didn't take their clothes, though. Those are perfectly good boots. So that's my theory. So they lay out in this episode, there is no cure. And she just says, you need bombs. You just need to bomb everything. Just all of the bombs. And that is how that opening scene ends. We then go to Tess, Joel, and Ellie. And if I remember correctly, they literally have gotten to, they're having a look at where the Capitol building is going to be. I forgot, by the way, it's in Boston. I thought it was the Capitol, and I was just like, no, wait, it's Boston. So they are trying to get to the Capitol building. And they're at the scene where in the game, I think you're on a roof and you can oversee, like, it gets you to look at it, and it's pretty far away. And they have sort of a very similar look to it, where they grab I just wanted to smash that glass because it was very satisfying. They grab a plank and Ellie just walks across it. Like, oh, actually, I don't think she walks across it in that bit. We do get that iconic look, though, which is very cool. But we get that. And they see the Capitol building, and then they look. No, we don't get the bridge walking yet. And they look down and they see there's a bunch of runners all across. Like, they are just laying there, being themselves. They are groaning. And this is where it gets explained that, and this is something the games didn't do, so I don't know if it's canon, but the TV show does a very good world building trick of saying they are connected. It's a hive mind situation, which it's a fungus. It makes sense that it would be connected. So, I believe it is Joel who reveals that if you
These cages? Holding cells. Soldiers had them in Boston too.
I feel like Ellie's hand just glitched there. Joel reveals that they are connected via the cordyceps, which we know, but that the cordyceps can grow outside of the body. It is basically it starts like a mossy kind of texture, and then it grows into these almost tree trunk-like appendages. So they have like a hardened shell around it. So if you step on one of them, you need to run and avoid, or you're dead. There's only two ways about it, so it's very morbid. And I'm just exploring around, but I can take my time with this.
Pretty picked over.
Well, I haven't seen anything properly. So that is a very clever world-building way of saying, like, hey, we're going to set something up here. And they do, very cleverly. So it ends up that... Here we go. Fast and agile. Stage 1 infected you should travel in packs. This sort of goes into what I was saying. If you step on a cordyceps, they then rush to that location. And because they are so fast, you most likely will not be able to outrun them. Which is insane. They then, because it shows a horde of maybe like 50 or so, or hundreds even, just maybe like 50 they could fit on the screen. And they're lying on the ground, they're sort of moving around casually, like however you do the zombie noise. And, well, infected noise, not zombies. And Joel says, we should head into the museum because these infected are blocking their way. And they are, I believe most of them are runners. I think a couple of them are stalkers, but they can still see. So they had to be very careful. It cuts to them going up to the museum, and there's, very similar to what we had with the Clicker in episode 1, it has these growths, like I mentioned earlier, the tree trunk-like growths. Joel, stupidly, I think he could tell it was dried up, but he steps on one, and it crumbles, it's dead, it's gone. So he says, like, there's nothing inside, it should be all clear. But they still have their guns on the ready. So it goes, I believe it goes Tess, then it goes Ellie, then it goes Joel. Or it goes Joel and then Ellie and Tess. I know Ellie was in the middle. Ellie, when they all enter, Ellie goes off to the right and she finds a freshly dead body that has been ripped. And they're suddenly like, well, there's something in here. We need to be careful. They end up going, I know where I need to go, game. I'm exploring everything. Because I want to get stuff. Don't you want me to get stuff, game?
See a way in.
Ellie, what about the
Oh!
up there?
I accidentally pressed the hint button. Let me explore around more though, game. I would like to explore. I don't think there's much left to explore. I think I've been pretty thorough about all of this. It is. So they start to go through the museum. I don't know how I was going to start that sentence earlier. But they begin to go. Why was I prone? I don't know why I was prone. That was very weird. It's very bizarre. They start to go through
Dina,
the museum.
Help me up here.
Okay.
There's, I can't remember what causes the collapse, so it's very similar to how the collapse happens in the game. However, none of them get split up. So, well, they don't get split up in the
I'll keep an eye
traditional
out.
sense.
Just see if you can get the gate open from the other side.
Sounds good.
They don't get split up in the traditional sense. They do eventually, but it's because they get cornered. They get cornered by a couple of clickers. So there's 2 clickers in this museum. Ellie doesn't know what to do. She's freaking out. Obviously, as we all would. It's a scary situation to be in. She's never seen them before. She doesn't know what they are. Oh, I missed out on something actually. There was, before they got to like the lookout sort of area where they saw all the infected, there was a quick scene where, it might have happened at the end of episode 1 or it was episode 2. I believe it was episode 2, like at the beginning. Where Ellie starts joking about there being ones that are blind, there being ones that are like giants. Well, Ellie just fell to her doom. Sorry, Ellie. Okay, yeah, I know. I had to press L1 and jump. Yay! The game has to hold my hands. You're fine.
I'm good.
Don't
Almost died.
look down. Well, you did die, so. I feel like that happened in my last playthrough as well. It's like, oh, I killed Ellie. Whoopsie daisies. Oh, I just jumped down here. Oh, that was weird. And they have a joke about that. So that sets up that, hey, we're going to be seeing clickers and bloaters. I remembered what the name of them is, by the way, because I think I remember in the last stream I was saying, like, they start with S, shamblers. That's what they are. They are shamblers. Feels weird me saying that, shamblers. I think it's shamblers, actually. I think I'm adding an extra ER in there when I don't need to. Shamblers. Shamblers. I don't know. I feel like I'm adding extra syllables and I don't need to. But, so we see Quickers. And, obviously, Quickers being Quickers, they are not friendly. They are not people that you want to be around. They are not even people. They are buttheads who just want to murder you. That was a bad idea. So lucky there was no one around. Ooh.
Okay. Wonder when this was written.
Okay. Okay. I recognize these names because I
Seraphina Base.
remember when I played.
Something.
I remember there being an Isaac. I don't remember exactly who he was, but I remember there being an Isaac. And they're in the museum. They do eventually get split up. I can't remember what it was, but Tess ends up
Lots of junk.
on... Tess ends up on her own. There's no fuel. Take it back. There is fuel. Tess ends up on her own. Joel and Ellie end up together.
Shit.
They sort of get cornered by Quickers.
Okay.
And they're crouching along to this. They end up crouching, and Joel ends up stepping on some glass. Oh, sorry, Joel. Yeah, Joel steps on some glass and alerts Quickers. So they have to do a mad.
Everything okay? What was
I'm
that
gonna wait.
sound?
I got that gate open. Gotta figure out this one now.
Well, we believe in you.
Thanks.
Who's? Well, I know who we is, but that's weird saying it when you don't know. She could be talking about the horse, but I know she's not talking about the horse. Shimmer doesn't believe in me. Shimmer's got her own problems to worry about. They end up trying to outrun Quickers or shoot them. Joel has a machine gun. And it's I thought this was from the school. They might have slightly changed the background. I don't know if they did. But they end up having a machine gun. And he decides, I'm just going to spray these in the body. And not just like, oh, I'm going to...
Needs juice.
Yeah, it does. Cool. So I think I'm going to need something to prop the gate open with. Which is great. I love that. He sprays a Quicker full of bullets, but he does body shots, not the right way to do Quicker stuff, which is obviously aim for the head. You're playing on New Game Plus mode, Joel. You should know this by now. But he doesn't aim for the head. So there's two Quickers running around, pissed off. They just want to get their dinner. They're hungry. As you would be if you were, you know, an infected person that hasn't had any good munchies. You would be kind of upset. You'd want something to eat. So they try it, and it doesn't open. Yeah. That's what I figured.
How's it going?
Don't ask. Oh, is I shut the fuck up? Like how you can almost hear Ellie's thoughts without her saying anything. Like, shut the fuck up, Dina. Oh, I can climb up on this, I think. Nope. Never mind. I just phased right through it. Maybe this has to shut before... Or do I move the generator? No, there's something around here. Joel sprays it with a bunch of ammo. Doesn't work. Tess gets cornered. I do think that she injures her ankle. That she twists her ankle. But she makes up the excuse when they finally do meet up to say, I'm injured. I've twisted my ankle. That's her excuse. We all know what's happened. Obviously, I'm going to spoil what happened. But we do know what happened. So... It's... They split up. And... Oh, sorry, they get back together. Tess and Joel and Ellie do eventually get out. They kill the Quickers. They eventually get out. Oh. Ah, this is what I have to do. I remember now. They do eventually get out. And we then go to the capital scene. It's a much shorter episode, I do have to say. It is a far shorter episode than previous ones that we've had. So, and it very much like it was the longest thing was the tense situations. Because you do take a fair bit of time in the museum. It was very creepy, very well done. But you do take a fair bit of time. We get to the capital, and it was very interesting to... I just want to get rid of all the red stuff. Yep, there we go. 0512. Okay. We get to there, and we see in a truck that is next to the Capitol that there are a bunch of dead people, and they've been shot. I think a couple of them have been shredded up, and it sucks. And that's when they realize, like,
Shit. Hey,
it's
come on.
okay.
Let's get out of here. That crash was pretty loud.
It's like Dina
Now
move.
what? Found a note back there. Had some codes on it. Says there's a WLF safe house at some place called Saravina Base.
Saravina.
So we
I
find
don't
it.
know where Saravina is.
Hopefully we find our first WLF. Get them to talk. Go from there.
Let's do it.
Sounds like a good plan. We get to the Capitol, and there's the dead bodies. There's people sprayed full of bullets. There were a couple that were cut up. Joel actually looks around the side of the truck to see them.
Shit, look.
Hey, there's the
Saravina
Saravina.
That's gotta be it.
Fuck Fedra. I see you over there.
Kind of way past this,
So they are very nervous. I believe
Very
they were
creative.
Fedra
Right
soldiers.
to the point. Let's get
Who-
closer and scope it out.
I do believe they were Fedra soldiers who were killed, so
Okay.
maybe they had a fight with the Fireflies. I don't know. Oh, I'm doing it wrong. Oh, no, it's out of fuel.
It's out of gas.
That'd be why.
damn it. Well, what do we do now?
Where are we gonna
Oh,
find
shit.
fuel?
The note.
What?
The note mentioned that there's gas in the courthouse garage and the dome.
Alright.
The
Courthouse garage
dome.
and the dome. So what's the plan for
I think it's in the
finding these places?
garage.
We ride around and see what we see.
You think Tommy came through here?
Bet he did.
Ooh.
Idiots. Just turning everyone against you.
Yeah, stupid Fedra. They do enter the Capitol building. And it plays up very similarly to how the game did it. So the game, obviously, there were a few people that were scattered around. They still have that in the series. But what's different about this, there's ammo crates. And Tess is frantically searching. She's looking. Not that Joel and Ellie realize it in that second, but she is infected. She does reveal it. It doesn't... The dialogue doesn't really hit the same, I feel. That was a bit of a letdown. Joel does say the line, "Show it to me." But he doesn't repeat it. How Joel says it in the original game, he says, "Show it to me." And he says it quietly. And then he kind of growls it out and he says, "Show it to me." And Tess does. She still comes up with the... When she reveals like this, she still comes up with the oops, right? It doesn't feel like it hit the same way as the game did it. It was still really good. But she also doesn't say the line...
So, where are we?
I have to wait. Gotta access the map.
Pretty sure we're here.
Ah, nice. I'll mark it up as we go.
Fuck Petrogate. That's a good way to describe it, actually.
What the hell happened out here?
Gotta wait for them
I'm
to
guessing
talk
the
now.
military bombed the shit out of this place.
Why would they do that?
Well, they would sometimes destroy parts of the city that were lost to the infected. Or to rebels.
That seems like they're working.
Well, it usually worked.
On the infected or the rebels?
Both.
Both.
I
Shit.
Believe me.
know what you're thinking,
You're
Ellie.
lucky you didn't grow up in a QZ.
I'm starting to get that impression.
Oh,
What would have happened if I'd stayed? I'd probably just become one more asshole soldier.
No way. I can't see you taking orders from anybody.
Yeah,
she was.
good point.
I gotta say, I was expecting the Seattle QZ to be a lot more occupied.
Hey,
What is it?
says there are supplies at some bank.
Might be worth checking out.
But she's holding her stomach. I know what that means. So Tess reveals, and Ellie does say the line saying, "Holy fuck, she's
What were you
infected."
talking about?
Mm-hmm. So, occupied?
So that
Yeah.
line stays.
Maybe they're all.
Some of the
hiding at
other
the
lines don't, and I
Seravina.
am somewhat disappointed in that, but you can't have everything.
There are anyway.
I'm
Well,
fully aware of that
At least
fact.
8.
So
If we're lucky, that'll be it.
We'll be fine. We should stay alert.
they
Stock up while we can.
have that scene. She doesn't have the "there would be enough here for there to be an obligation" or whatever the line is. I can't fully remember the line.
Rush kind of way.
Relax.
There
we
isn't that
done
line
like
from
this
Tess,
for
which
years.
I'm a bit I forgot the hotel bit. I forgot the hotel scene, but hotel scene, Piano Frog. Piano Frog is awesome. Piano Frog is a great stand-in for Piano Bird, which didn't do its job, so fuck Piano Bird. But Piano Frog.
Shit.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
Bring body armor.
That didn't register fully. Piano Bird, great addition. Sorry, Piano Frog. Fantastic addition. 10 out of 10, would recommend again. Shit. Oh, fuck. Yep, that makes sense. I'm on Graded mode, so I don't have Wizard mode. So, Ellie has the line, holy shit, she's infected. And Tess ends up going out. I fucked it up, I fucked it up, I fucked it up. I didn't mean to throw it. It wasn't what I meant to do. Also, I nearly shot Dina. Was ready to. That was intense. Yes, so Tess starts, she tells them to run because there is accidentally a infected person that comes alive and they have to shoot it, if I remember correctly. And then you see there's a zoomed in shot of their hand, and the cordyceps start coming up from that mossy substance and crawling over the hand. And that's a signal, and they do notice it. So Tess starts spilling stuff like gasoline and grenades. She starts spilling all of that over the floor. And people are just like, why didn't she use one of the grenades? You get scared. You don't think. I'm just going to restart the checkpoint. Because that was a terrible start. To what I wanted to do. So she does that, and in the moment, obviously, she's scared, she's not thinking, and there's only one runner here. Okay, that's good. She, basically, the whole horde that we saw earlier runs over to the Capitol, and she, you know, starts trying to strike the lighter that she has. The lighter is a reference to Uncharted 2. It's Nate's lighter that he has. I think it has the number 72 on it, and it's got like a star. It's a very cool lighter, but it's a reference to. Whoa! Whoa! I feel like I was getting headshots. I could be wrong. She is basically trying to strike a lighter as these infected storm in. Ellie and Joel have escaped. He's grabbed her by the hand. She's trying to be like, no, don't let me go. I don't want to leave her. That kind of stuff. They're out. She's still in there. And there's an infected who comes right up to her. It's a stalker because one eye is just all like cordyceps, wormy, very wriggly is sort of the adjective I would use. It's gross. It's very gross. But it's there. It comes up very slowly to her, and I guess she'd be in a moment of panic at this point. I would be. And it's the cordyceps come out of its mouth, and it kisses her. There were people that thought it was in a romantic way. It was absolutely not in a romantic way, in the slightest. It was just probably thinking like, this is going to be the fastest way to infect this living being. Are you... creepy. Motherfucker. Okay. This is hard. I don't have... Well, grass isn't going to help me. On the area where there is grass. I could come back. I might come back. I'll come back to the bank. I'm actually gonna hold down just to see. I might come back to the bank when I have like Molotovs rather than wasting our time.
Good call. Not messing with all those things.
Yeah.
I'll come back later. But it kisses her. And it's the fastest way to spread the... I'm actually going to save. So I can save like that specific encounter. It kisses her, so it's the fastest way to spread the infection because from... I think they said from like the neck... From like the neck up is the fastest point. And then... Oh, there's butterflies. And then... torso and arms is the second fastest. That's like 4 to 6 hours or something like that, or 4 to 12, and then the leg is like 12 to 24.
Whoa, check out the tank.
So it's gone. I have to infect this person. It's alive. She gets the lighter to light, and this was a really cool moment. Because we then see Joel and Ellie, they have just
Somebody was
escaped, and all of a sudden the Capitol building just blows up.
Maybe.
We see this iconic yellow building, like yellow top building that we've seen in the game, blow up. And it's gone. It's completely gone. And that was just so visually... I guess visually satisfying would be the word. Intriguing, maybe, is probably a better term. But it was a very cool thing to see. I really loved it. And the episode, if I remember correctly, it just basically ends there. It really does. So we get into... No, he mentions getting to Bill and Frank. And then it gets into Bill and Frank in the next episode, which I am so happy about. I am really looking forward to that. I know that we get to see their relationship extended. I don't know to what extent. I'm going to be very, very happy about this. From what I've seen online, a lot of people have been, like, very emotional. It's fascinating to see... Yes, do like the story, but expand upon what's in there. Don't really take away so much as put in, but make it necessary, or make it somewhat heartbreaking.
I've never seen one of these in action.
Oh,
Yikes. These guys had a bad day.
yep.
What is it?
Burnt skeletons.
Is that shotgun?
Not how I'd want to go out.
I don't have
Kinda
shotgun.
Like those astronauts.
What are you talking about?
One of the early moon missions, there was an electrical fire and the astronauts...
Oh,
burned
you're
up in the
such a
capsule.
nerd about this stuff.
Well,
I
at least they
love
died for
you.
something worthwhile.
Exactly. These guys were just assholes killed by other assholes.
Oh, that's lovely. So yeah, that was episode 2. I think I've like missed out on a few things, but like I sort of yada yada over some of the stuff. It was a shorter episode, and a lot of the time was spent being tense and extending out areas. So it extended out the museum. It extended out a lot of like the emotional part of the Capitol building, which was very nice. But we did spend a vast majority in the cold open and the museum, which was a very cool, like, world building kind of thing. I really appreciate that as a viewer. But we get on to episode 3, and I haven't seen it, so we'll be talking about that next week. What?
Is this place sturdy?
I hope so.
I don't know.
What's Ellie marking? I gotta see what you're marking, Ellie. Oh, there's a question mark here. I have a hammer, and I'm not afraid to use it. Yeah. Nothing's broken yet. Hell yeah.
Made it.
supplements. Nice. Why are you taking so long, Ellie? Oh, your head is through the thing.
Hello.
Hello? Dr. Uckman. Oh my gosh, that's totally not Druckmann. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Oh, he put himself as a villain. Oh, okay. I see what you're doing there, Neil. Druckmann. I don't know Neil. I don't know why I'm talking to him like I know him. I see what you're doing there. He's like, I'm an agent of chaos.
I think that's everything here.
If you put it in Ratchet and Clank speak, he's like all the agents of chaos. He's like Clank's little agents of chaos. I don't know how to put things. That's just basically like what it is.
Valiant Music Shop.
Should we check for supplies?
I can't remember where. Oh, we have to get fuel. Okay. Yes, we should get supplies. I just love exploring this area. I didn't get everything from this area either. Like, I think I missed a safe for long in my Let's Play, which sucked. Just trying to see. It says Patterson's, Isaac Dixon, Marcus Wilson, Luis Sanchez. Okay. So they are WLF. They're wolves. They're wolves, I tell ya. They're bad people. I don't think there's such a thing as
Recognize anyone?
saw these
No.
already.
They're too old. The group that came to Jackson would have been kids.
Would they? Would they really? Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed this episode. It was amazing. It had me on the edge of my seat. It was just fun in a really weird way. I didn't think I'd have fun being so tense that I got six-pack abs. Joking about that. I wish I had six-pack abs. That would have been cool. But it was very intense. So
Haven't seen one of these in a while.
whew. How did they make this technology when the world went to shit? That's what I want to know. So I never quite figured that out. I don't think it was ever explained. Just kind of like, yeah, just go with it. It's fine. I found a workbench. She's like, I hope this is turned on. Oh, good it is. Where's my trusty revolver? I really favored the revolver in the Last of Us playthrough. I'm so proud because I'd never actually finished my Last of Us playthrough, so I was just like, I'm gonna do it before the show because it gives me a reason to do it, and I did it in like 3 days. It was super
That's
impressive.
everything over here.
Yay, got everything. Awesome. There is, okay, so it's a music shop directly across the way. What is further up? I think you might be able to go into all the buildings. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you might be able to. Is that, yeah, that is something I can pick up. Yeah, that mossy like some substance that's on the
Damn. That's pretty good.
that's here is very similar to what grows with the cordyceps. So that's very interesting. I wonder if they got the idea based off of like this environment here. Oh, it is Shimmer! I was right. The My Little Pony reference was good. I haven't actually watched My Little Pony. I don't know if there's one called Shimmer. And there's like Cutie Pie or something like that. Or like Pinkie Pie, that's what it is. Also, why is Ellie's hand like glitching when she does that? I have a revolver. Did I not have ammo for the revolver? Really? So I had the weapon, but I didn't have any ammo. That's weird. That is really weird. Does this remind you of anywhere? Maybe a certain, like, library kind of setting?
Records here. The Sleek Habit.
The Sick Habit.
Close enough.
Okay. We only listened to it like 100 times together.
Ha!
I was only listening to it because I thought you were cute.
Aww. Okay, well, I'm not going to do that yet because I know that's like a cutscene. I want to save the queue times. Bongos! Want to hear a sick beat? Apparently not. Dina doesn't want to hear a sick beat. I love how we're being so loud and go like, huh! Do you reckon these drum kits are just like, they're nothing now? Like,
Man, imagine this place when everything was intact.
they're like that. They're
Just
so
goof off.
brittle that they just like
Play
fall
some
apart.
instruments.
I bet we could scrounge enough stuff to start a band.
I
Ooh!
don't know how to play anything.
I mean, I could definitely figure it out.
You kind of need an instructor. Playing instruments is hard. I've done it before. I hated it. I could never get drums. I never had the rhythm to do drums. I sort of...
Check this out.
Swart. I kind of figured out how to do piano, but
Oh,
I'd have to
wow,
relearn.
That was an interesting beat.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I am a natural.
No, you
Admit
aren't.
it.
I love you.
Whatever. We're starting a band.
We're already admitting
How
that.
about
Jeez, Ellie,
you
we're moving a
be
bit
my
fast.
Groupie.
You're what?
Well, okay. Bands apparently had these hardcore fans that would just follow them around.
That's right. I have to go. Oh, we're not quite done in there. Is it the guitar? It might be the guitar. I don't know. Oh, Dawn of the Wolf. Is she going to say anything? No. Also, that kind of looks like Bigby from, like, Bigby Wolf from Telltale's, not Telltales, but Fable. Kind of looks like Bigby Wolf. Also, who's excited for the sequel? Kitty cat! Oh my goodness, she was so cute. Was this the area where I had that really weird glitch? Or not a glitch, but it was just like a really cool moment where I exploded like 3 like infected all in one go. I feel like it did. Okay, so get that. The sort of duh on that is like very much the beginning note of the alert that I had. So it's just like, did I have an alert? Did somebody follow the stream? I don't know.
I hear it. Infected.
Oh
Sounds
boy.
like they're in that building. This is
Great.
gonna suck, isn't it?
Yep.
At least we're ready for him.
I'm not. I'm not ready. I don't have the ammo for this. I don't have the listening skills for this. I don't have the anything. Oh, this is where we end up holding up, I think. It's that or it's the theater. No, it's a theater. I'm wrong. I'll admit, I'm wrong. I might... I'll probably would have put this on my own. But I might end the stream here. I hope you all have enjoyed this. It's been really fun. I'll be back at the very least on Twitch next week. If you want to see the final Last of Us playthrough episode, you can go to my YouTube channel, Charles Love Games, same as it is here, and check it out there. It'll be up tomorrow at 5 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. I'll be back at roughly the same time next week to talk about episode 3. I'm so excited to view it and talk about it with all of you. I really hope that you're all enjoying these live streams because they've been so fun for me to do. It's a safe space for us to talk about the series. It's a safe space to just talk and have people that have watched the episodes to talk about them together. Even if it's just me rambling for an hour like it has been tonight. It's just really fun. I love just talking about this, having fun. I really, really love the show so far. And this game series is incredible. If they don't do a Last of Us Part 3, then I'll be happy with the 2 that we got. I would have been happy just with the original game as itself. I actually had reservations about playing the second game. I never saw the spoilers, but I had reservations. So, if they do a part 3, I'm for it. If they don't, that's okay too. I loved how both games ended. So, as always, I'll see you all next time. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to like the video and share it around. If you're on Twitch, don't forget to hit follow and turn notifications on so you know when I go live next. And as always, I will see you all in the next video. Bye, everyone. Bye!